4 North Carolina men, though, will spend the rest of their lives behind bars. A federal judge sentenced them in a murder-for-hire plot from 2016 that left a Norfolk woman dead. She was not the intended victim. 10 on your side's Amy Avery has reaction from family members and the collaboration on this case.
59-year-old Lillian Bond was taking out the trash back on Trice Terrace in Norfolk in April of 2016 when investigators say she was shot in cold blood. Family members say although they killed Aunt Reese that day, they didn't destroy their family.
It's nothing that the judge could have sentenced them to that we haven't been sentenced to. We're doing a life without our matriarch of our family.
Family members say Lillian Bond was a woman who was loved by many and welcomed all.
She accepted people for where they were. Without passing judgment.
Bond was taking out the trash in Norfolk on April 19th of 2016 when federal prosecutors say she was shot. Norfolk FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Dugan says a few days before Bond was gunned down, a Norfolk-based drug dealer didn't pay $81,000 for a large delivery of cocaine. Jaquante Simpson and Landis Jackson, the leaders of a long-running drug ring based in Greensboro, North Carolina, worked to retaliate by hiring Caleb Shipman.
We literally have a recording where the leader said the next person out of that residence needs to get killed, needs to get shot.
Shipman then recruited Nelson Evans to help in the murder for hire, offering to pay him part of the money. And on the 18th, they drove to Norfolk. Dugan says a few years after the murder, a Norfolk police investigator who was part of their Safe Streets task force brought the case to them. But it took several agencies working together to bring them to justice.
It's not just Norfolk on their own doing this, that North Carolina, the FBI, we're going to get on board and help determine who did this.
U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Jessica Aber, says partnerships like this between local and federal agencies have been happening more and more because criminals know no boundaries.
And they should know that we, as prosecutors and investigators and law enforcement, are not constricted by boundaries like that either.
The FBI says there are no more arrests to come in this investigation, and Lillian's family says they can now move forward, as Aunt Reese would want them to do. In Norfolk, Amy Avery, 10 on your side.